I do want to ask you about the Niners and Cardinals as we get ready for Mexico City, and the Cardinals are now on Hard Knocks, and we've had a lot of jokes about Kyler Murray. Call of Duty, homework, whatever. We saw the Hard Knocks.
I kind of love all the jokes.
Dude, he's up there texting in the quarterback room. He doesn't look like he's focused. He's missing wide open receivers. And we look at the 49ers, and we look at what Jimmy G just did. 7 for 11 for 138 yards on passes he threw that were at least 10 yards downfield. At least 10 yards downfield. We think of Jimmy G, we think of the dink and dunk, but he was actually throwing the ball downfield a little bit. Not your prototypical deep balls, but the intermediate stuff. Mm-hmm. Jimmy was getting it in there. Down the stretch, is it crazy to ask a question or ask you this question? Would you rather have Jimmy than Kyler moving forward down the stretch this season? For the next 2 months?
For this year?
For this year. Would you rather have Jimmy than Kyler at quarterback?
Well, considering
Kyler's been a turnover machine.
Boy, that's a great question.
Well, he's also got a big hamstring injury, and if you take away his athleticism, that changes who he is fundamentally as a player.
Right.
That takes away a lot of what he is. I think he'd look a lot better in the Niners system. For this year right now, I'm still taking Kyler Murray. I'm sorry. Ponte, you're talking about one of the prettiest throwers of the football in the league. Like, come on, dude. And I know he's a hot mess. I get that. But if Kyler comes to the 49ers, then you have him with Shanahan and these weapons. I think part of why they're in the position that they're in is the DeAndre Hopkins suspension earlier this year. And they're a team that also doesn't, I look at their running game and I don't really know what they are as a running team. And I think a running game would truly help Kyler. I mean, it helps any quarterback out. Yeah, you can cite all the different win-loss records for Jimmy Garoppolo in December in contrast to what Kyler Murray's done, which is nothing in December other than faceplant and his pathetic performance in the playoffs last year. But, if you're throwing Kyler on the 49ers offense, come on, that's a no-brainer to me. I think every GM in the league is taking Kyler, even though he has limitations in terms of the studying and the video games.
For this season, where they're at, and Kyler has so much more talent than Jimmy Garoppolo, it's not even funny. I think I'd rather have Jimmy Garoppolo.
Why?
For this season. I know what I'm getting.
Oh, we now know what we're getting from Jimmy?
I know what I'm getting. Kyler Murray is the absolute wild card. I'm telling you. Watching that Seattle game, and he's got 6 interceptions on the season. He fumbles. He's reckless with the football. He's got 6 fumbles this year. He's lost 2 of them.
Because he holds it like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, he's reckless with the football. He's not on the same page. He's always pointing fingers and yelling at somebody. I'm a body language guy. I look at body language, and I look at, the attitude. His attitude stinks.
Oh, I don't think he's a great leader. I would struggle paying him $250 million guaranteed. I agree with that.
Right. I mean, it just stinks. Now, he has all the talent in the world. But I got no faith in him getting it done in crunch time right now. At all. I'm just looking at kind of just man, something bad is going to happen with this guy. He tries to do too much. Jimmy's I'm going to take what the defense gives me. I'm going to let my playmakers work. And for this team with the 49ers...
I can't believe you're saying this.
I think I'd rather have Jimmy for the rest
of the... Wait, you think or you will?
I know.
I kind of want to hold you to this opinion.
I know.
You're kidding me,
I
right?
know. I'd rather have Jimmy for the rest of this season. I'd rather have Jimmy for the rest of the season.
You put Kyler on the 49ers, then you get Shanahan. Don't you think the results are slightly different?
He's not on the 49ers, though.
But that's isn't that part of the question?
Not really. I'm saying
because doesn't it get baked into the equation?
Not really. Not from my perspective.
See, I can't unsee how dysfunctional Arizona's been for the last 35 years outside of the 2 years with Kurt Warner.
I'm looking at this season. Arizona's 4-6. The Niners are 5-5. Right? Arizona has a great chance. Arizona has a great chance to beat the Niners on Monday Night Football. They do. But for this year, and I'm looking at the teams the Niners are playing, and I'm looking at the way they're set up, and I'm looking at the way Arizona's set up, I'd rather roll with Jimmy down the stretch. It's crazy to say. Mistake-free football. He's not fumbling. He's not throwing the Jimmy O-No throws. He's decreased those. I think I'd rather have Jimmy moving down the stretch here in 2022 than Kyler Murray. I can't believe I'm saying that.
But like you're citing all of the team statistics and some of his individual statistics. Football is such a team game. I look at their offensive line, which is putrid. I look at their play calling, which is him in shotgun running around for his life. He's got James Conner as his number one running back, and his tight ends out for the year. They've had a mismatch of wide receivers all year until DeAndre came back. Like, so if you're going to cite the team stuff, we have to also acknowledge the team around Jimmy Garoppolo is infinitely better than team around offensively than what Arizona has. I think that Kyle, as a play caller and as a head coach, is more buttoned up than Cliff Kingsbury.
Those are all true. Those are all true. I'm taking Jimmy down the stretch. I'm taking Jimmy. Monday Night Football. Quarterbacks on the field. Give me Jimmy over Kyler right now. Kyler's not a great quarterback right now. For what I'm paying Kyler Murray.
Well, he's got a hamstring strain.
Well, he's always got something.
Well, but I'm just saying he's got a hamstring strain. He's one of the fastest players in the league.
He's always nicked up.
Part of his game.
He's always nicked up.
No, I agree, because he's small.
He's always
and
nicked
because
up.
he takes shots, because he has to snap back 15 yards in that offense, and he doesn't have to turn his back to the defense by handing it off. All they're doing is throwing.
Balls get batted down at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't make the right reads. He's a turnover machine. People think I'm lying. For the rest of this season, I'd roll with Jimmy.
I don't even think you believe that with the smile ear to ear.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. My confidence level in Jimmy Garoppolo is a lot higher than Kyler Murray's right now. I'm telling you. You think I'm playing.
So right now, the San Francisco 49ers have the fourth best Super Bowl odds. So it's the Bills, which is wild to me. Bills, then Chiefs, Eagles, Niners. Niners at plus 800, Bills at plus 380. If Kyler Murray was to take over this team right now, do you think they become second, third? Do they rise up there above the Eagles? Or
they stay the same.
They stay the same. Okay.
Same odds. Fourth best odds. Same odds. They may even decrease.
With Kyler. I don't know. I think I'm attaching Kyler to the Arizona debacle and to Cliff Kingsbury because coach and quarterback are so tied at the hip. I think part of why we do the math the way we do when it comes to Arizona and Kyler and why we downgrade them is because of ownership, front office, head coach, and the dysfunction that is the Arizona Cardinals for the entirety of my adult life.
I'm telling you.
Outside of 2 years with Kurt Warner.
I'd ride with Jimmy. Why?
Because why is that?
Kyler, I'm looking at the Hard Knocks. I'm looking at the way they play. And I'm locked in at Arizona. Because I called them a wild card 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like I saw something in them. And then I saw something bad. I was like, oh, Kyler doesn't see the field. We could talk about Jimmy not seeing the field. He's seeing it a lot better right now than Kyler.
I mean, it feels like they're down 10 to 14 points every week.
But still, Kyler doesn't. They wrote 7-3 on Seattle and went right down the field. And
that was that first drive, yes.
You can't see it. He's throwing the ball away. He's throwing it in triple coverage.
Now, let's say I put Jimmy Garoppolo on the Arizona Cardinals. Are they better or worse?
They're probably running the ball. They're probably the same. They're probably. You know what? They may be 5-5 right now. With Jimmy, I'm telling you, the Raiders are going to get Jimmy. Like Spinoni said it.
Bridge quarterback, McDaniel's system. Don't be sleeping on Jimmy Garoppolo in Vegas. Oh, he'll be pulling, by the way.
Yeah, and there's our poll question of the day. Who would you rather have under center for the 49ers the rest of this season? Jimmy Garoppolo or Kyler Murray? And our names are there. Bonte wants Jimmy, Butcher wants Kyler. And I know everybody's going to crush me.
Are they?
Maybe.
I think everybody's. I think it feels to me like Kyler could not be at a more low point right now. At his skill set. I'm also thinking about the naked boots and all the stretch action that Kyle can run with Kyler Murray. Come on, man.
It'd be unbelievable. But he also drives Shanahan crazy.
Yeah, but Shanahan makes it so digestible for the quarterback as a 1-read, 2-read system. It would actually help Kyler. Kyler's in 4 wide receiver sets at all times. He's got to survey the field, and Kingsbury and him are screaming and yelling at each other the entire time. Their relationship's horrible. Now, here's the area where I will give Jimmy Garoppolo the uptick regarding the demeanor. His specific demeanor fits to Kyle Shanahan's. I don't know if Kyler's demeanor would work with Kyle Shanahan's long term. I don't think that the two of them would be on the same page long term. Yes.
It would be butthead.
But I think that also Kyler would be in a totally different headspace if he was in this organization. I think the Niners are more high level than Arizona at every step of the way. ownership, front office, head coach, stability of the roster, stability of the organization. They're just they're a better run team. Like, that's undeniable.
No doubt. Steve Keim, did you watch the first episode of Hard Knocks with Arizona?
Steve Keim should have lost his job when he drafted.
Did you watch the Hard
Josh
Knocks?
Rosen. No, I didn't watch. I just saw some highlights.
Watch it.
I don't need to see in-season dysfunction of Arizona to know that they're garbage. I have 40 years of evidence.
But the highlights. Forget the 40 years of evidence. Look at the now. Steve Keim and Bidwell in the booth. You got to watch it, man. It's really fascinating. Buda Baker.
I was watching All Quiet on the Western Front, a German movie about World War I and a German boy joining the infantry and being in the trenches. It was outstanding. It's on Netflix. You should check that out.
Nah, I was watching Atlanta. Catching up on Atlanta.
Oh, is it good?
Oh, you never watched an episode?
No.
Oh, Donald Glover?
No, I was going to say, it was a bad loss against the Panthers.
Austin today. Austin, what's happening?
Hey, on the way to work. Hey, I tell you, man, by the time you side with Jimmy.
Let's go.
Or you know what it is.
Let's go. I'm right with 10, Austin. Give me 10.
Hey, Jimmy G, last year, wasn't he leading in top 10 or something like in categories or something like that? And he on his way doing it this year, too. Man, these big quarterbacks with these big arms, it's like playing Madden with these big quarterbacks. You put it on rookie, they can throw it all the way downfield. But
no doubt.
All Madden, it nerfs their rating so they can't throw these short passes and connect with their receivers. That's what it is.
Austin. There is not one GM in the NFL who's taking Jimmy Garoppolo over Kyler Murray.
Maybe.
Who?
Maybe now.
Hey,
Josh McDaniels.
Mike
Dave Ziegler and McDaniels.
Mike Tenenbaum. What's up, Austin?
I
Go
got
ahead.
one more thing, though. Hey, this Warrior game with Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole, they're both struggling. Jordan Poole somewhat came out, but I like to see both of them on the bench and pin Anthony Lamb in the game as a starter. You know how that'll give him so much confidence.
Austin,
Gotta give him so much confidence. Him and Moody.
Austin, you were doing so well. Austin, you're my guy. But I got to disagree with you on that one, all right? I love me some lamb chops.
Yeah.
I love Anthony Lamb.
Lap
He's
29,
playing well.
you spun out.
Take a lap.
I can't believe you're really taking Kyler Murray over Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hey, man. Listen, David and Brentwood, am I high? Am I on drugs right now? I'm taking Jimmy for this season.
Come on now.
This season. Give me Jimmy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, David?
Okay, Kyler Murray has a lot of talent as far as running around and throwing the ball, but he likes to do his own thing. Okay, when he's out there, it seems like he forgets he's being coached. He wants to pretty much take over the game, and he doesn't play within what he can actually do based on the defense that he's playing against. Jimmy G, what I like about him this year is he's going back to the original Jimmy G, the one that we got for the first 5 games.
There you go.
Throwing the ball, throwing the ball with accuracy, and that throw to Ray McLeod, that's the one throw that reminded me of the original
David.
Jimmy. For some reason, it seems like in the past 2 seasons, he regressed, and I think partly it has to do with Kyle's coaching, but I think Kyle is
David, real quick.
Confidence in
You
him.
see the vision. You see what I see. We got YOLO Jimmy again, David. How exciting is
YOLO
it?
Jimmy? What are you talking? They threw 0 touchdown passes the other day. How's that YOLO Jimmy?
Hey, 4 third-down conversions
They threw one
in the
ball
fourth quarter.
into the end zone.
Hey,
And it was
4
a
third-down
throwaway.
conversions. Hey, David, you're on to something. Thanks for the call.
Could you imagine Kyler with Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, and Debo Samuel? Could you imagine that?
I can imagine Debo Samuel.
Track meet.
I can imagine Debo Samuel slamming his helmet saying, I'm wide open, just throw it down the seam like DeAndre Hopkins did.
Well, he probably would.
I can imagine.
But then on the very next play, Kyler would actually rip it 40 yards down the field and throw it to him.
He would.
All I keep thinking about is that draft coming out, and you and I did so many shows about that draft, and I had 3 people in my top 5. I remember it distinctively.
Hey.
Tommy Call and I argued. You and I argued. I go, these are the 3 people I would take with the number 2 overall pick. Kyler, Nick Bosa, and DK Metcalf. And people were like, the 3-cone! DK's 3-cone!
Yeah, they were going crazy.
I'll still die on that DK hill.
But Kyler, I asked people, say, hey, would you trade up the 1 to go get Kyler? Could you imagine this offense with Kyler? I trust me, I love Kyler coming out of Oklahoma. I still do.
So then why are you so reluctant to wrap
for
your
this
arms around?
season.
Is it
This
the leadership? Because clearly
It's
there's the
leadership.
intangibles.
It's leadership. It's value of the football. It's caring. It's the study habits. It's everything.
Holding on to the football. The guy, Jimmy Garoppolo, who has a 1-to-1 ratio of games played and turnovers. that he holds on to the ball better than Kyler.
He has been lately.
Last couple of weeks.
Season, Jimmy knows how to hold on to the football in the playoffs, baby.
Can you imagine Kyler Murray on the sidelines with Shanahan if he threw like a pick six? Jimmy takes it. Jimmy, to his credit, he just takes it, sits down. Kyler would be blaming every single person on that field, and he would fight Kyle Shanahan.
Thank you. And think about everything Jimmy's been through with Kyle Shanahan. Think about the disrespect he's heard from the morning roasts, from some of the roasters, from everybody out there, from media members to everybody. Jimmy G is taking it on the chin. That guy went on the baby field and threw passes, didn't even have a damn team. It was like, can I just come to the facility and work out? They made him come to the facility. He threw on a little tiny baby field to get his arms straightened up and took it like a man. Then said, you know what? I'm going to give back millions to you guys. We'll restructure the deal. I'll be the backup. I'll wear the uniform. I'll hold the clipboard. Jimmy.
How many first-round draft picks would the Niners have to attach to Jimmy Garoppolo to swap the two players out?
I don't care.
I'm asking you.
You can't put picks on Hart. You can't value Hart, dog. Tyler Heineke with the Washington. You can say the same thing about the Commanders.
He's 10-9.
Hey, you can say everything about the Commanders. You can't measure Hart. Jimmy's got Hart. I don't know about Kyler. Let's go to Richie Rich in Livermore. Then we'll get to David, Coach, and Antonio. What's happening?
This is a great one. I love this.
You can't. Jimmy. Cue up the Steiny. Jimmy. What's up, Richie Rich?
My guys, what's up, baby? Good morning, my boy.
Good morning.
Chaz, what you thinking, my man? You can't downgrade Jimmy, guy. When Jimmy's mistake-free Jimmy, and he ain't got that happy feet, the boy's a winner. The numbers show it. You got to go with Jimmy, man. You can't not go with him. Kyler Murray makes too many mistakes, and it's money time. Forward with no mistakes, and that's Jimmy, baby. Jimmy all the way, fellas. I'm taking my call.
What's up, TC and Sack? Let's go to David in Santa Rosa. Sash, you can't believe this. Give me Jimmy. I'm rocking with 10 with Jimmy's waltzing in the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota and going to beat the Vikings when he's walking into Jerry's world and winning football games, baby. Give me Jimmy in the playoff. I need a level-headed quarterback. I don't need a dude who's pointing fingers and throwing the ball away and doing all this stuff like Kyler Murray. And, you may make the flashy throw, but can you be consistent? Jimmy was consistent against the Chargers. You can't deny it.
I got to admit, this is your greatest sell job ever. I don't even know if you believe it. You should have wore a giant hat because it's big cap this morning.
You should have seen when I sold Bammer weed back in the day. Boy, I had to do some selling.
RBL posse.
David in Santa Rosa, what's happening?
Hey, David.
What's up, guys?
What's up, David?
I'm so excited to go and see them live on Mexico City.
Oh, nice.
Monday. I'm leaving on Friday, taking my kid. First time in the Estadio Azteca for a Mexican. It means a lot.
Hey, how long is that flight to Mexico City?
Well, I heard the city is rocking, and it will be full of gold and red. It will be full of gold and red. Niners will play at home, definitely.
No doubt.
And
home
it's at
game.
altitude.
And you better, are you going to be able to breathe out there, David, with the altitude? I'll be running around, man.
I can't even breathe right now, man. I can't even sleep right now just thinking on how excited it's going to be.
So what do you want to do? You taking Jimmy over Kyler the rest of the season?
Of course. All day long.
Of course, all day long. No question, right? You're not even thinking twice about it.
Yeah, definitely. No. I'll take him all day long.
All day long. Thanks for the call. Safe travels in Mexico City. All day long. What about Coach in Los Santos Hills, Shasky? Is he taking Jimmy over Kyler for the rest of this season? Coach, who you taking?
Okay, man. This is such an easy take. I don't know, Butcher Boy, I don't know what you're thinking. He laid out the terms of the deal. We already made our bet. We picked Trey Lance. Trey Lance is our future. The rest of this season, I'm riding Jimmy G all the way, baby, because think of why. Not only is he playing better than Kyler right now, if you look at NFL stats, QB stats, they're right around 13, 14, so they're right about the same. The guys love him. He's playing for his next contract. He's gotten him to the NFC Championship twice, the Super Bowl once. There is nobody that wants to win a bowl more than Jimmy G. And he is a leader. The guys support him. And Kyler Murray, the jury is out on him. Butcher, you nailed it when you said this organization, especially with John Lynch, is 100x. 100x those knuckleheads down in the desert. But I still would take Jimmy for this season because I'm riding Trey Lance next year.
Coach, what a call. What a call. What a call. I'm telling you, man, for this season.
I want did anyone out there draft Jimmy Garoppolo in any league over Kyler Murray?
No, but you know what? You know what's funny?
Oh, here we go.
You know what's funny?
I played Jimmy Garoppolo as my starting quarterback this week.
I bet you did.
That's how bad it was.
Do you know that somebody last week had cut Kyler Murray in the league?
Because of the hamstring.
They cut him. This is an idiot. Some owner, I forget which league, one of my 4 leagues. They cut Kyler. I saw him got picked up on waivers yesterday. But I have Josh Allen, so I was like, well, there's no need for Kyler. Maybe I should have just picked him up to block him and maybe use him as a trade piece. Dude, I'm telling you. By the way, we had a big trade.
A big trade?
Yeah. Who's this? Hernandez hit 25 home runs, 77 RBIs. Your boy from
Mariners?
Toronto. To the Mariners. Teoscar Hernandez. Going to the Mariners.
For what?
I don't know. Why would they give up him?
I don't know. Well, Toronto might be in on somebody else.
30 years old. Wow.
They're already a young
team.
Come on.
Interesting. Not one person's taking
I'm the only one taking
Jimmy.
Kyler Murray. You guys just better hope that Kyler plays terrible on Monday night and Jimmy plays a decent game. Actually, if Jimmy throws no touchdown passes, he'll probably win. The 10-2 record is one of the most incredible algorithms I've ever seen in the history of sports. Jimmy Garoppolo is the highest winning percentage quarterback in the history of the NFL when he doesn't throw a touchdown. That's insane, and it is a feather in his cap. I'm not ripping him. I'm saying that's a feather in his cap. There's something to that. I don't know what to make of it, but there's something to that.
You know, the cheerleaders love him at Chase Center.
Of course, the cheerleaders love him.
The Chase Center crowd love him. Niner faithfuls loving him. They're running in when he runs out the tunnel. They're loving him. The boy's balling right now, and a lot of people would rather have him over Kyler Murray. We're going to clear the lines here. Before we get to the injury report.
I'm the only person who's taking Kyler Murray over Jimmy. Really? In the whole Bay Area.
For the rest of this season. For this season only. We're not talking long term.
I don't care if it's his rookie year or his 10th year in the league. And I know
for this
Kyler
season
comes with a lot of headaches and things that drive you crazy. I am a sucker for talent. Okay? He has a cannon and he can move and he's little and he does get hit and he takes shots. His talent is intoxicating. I'm the only person in the Bay Area taking Kyler Murray.
For the rest of this season.
I can't believe
you got it for the rest of this season.
I can't believe that.
If Kyler right now, you want for the rest of this season, you'd rather have Kyler than Jimmy.
B, if I put everything the same and I put Kyler on the 49ers, we would all view the 49ers as the clear-cut favorite to win the NFC. Everyone would.
We don't look at it right now?
I think they're in the mix. That's where you're looking at it now. You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
I got caught up in Garoppolo mania.
Kyler Murray is one of, there's many of them, but Kyler Murray is one of the many reasons why you moved up, because you said, I cannot go into the season with the 3rd and 4th best quarterback in my own division.
No doubt.
Right? That's part of the reason why you moved up to
now?
get Trey Lance. I don't know where he's at right now.
Does it even matter?
Well,
does it even matter?
I still probably would take Stafford, even though Stafford's been horrible this year. You want to talk about someone to turn the ball over. I think most people would still take Stafford over Jimmy.
I'm taking Jimmy over Stafford. You want to talk about no throws? Oh, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, but I seen him in 2 big must-win games, NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, drive his team 80 yards and score a touchdown. So dude, I think he's got the benefit of the doubt.
Taking Garoppolo down the stretch over Kyler. I can't believe I am. I don't even have the winning hand here.
Oh, you don't? Every single person's called in saying that you're right.
Hey, maybe I should go work at a dealership, huh?
Now, if it's a quarterback sneak, I'm taking Jimmy Garoppolo.
I should go work in real estate now.
I've got this waterfront property in Nevada that I can sell you.
It's about a 5-hour commute, but it's all good. It's all good. The gas is cheaper.
You're taking Geno Smith or Jimmy right now, Bonta?
Oh, give me Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm taking Jimmy over Geno. I am.
But Geno, that's a serious. Geno's don't scoff at Geno Smith.
No, I like Geno Smith.
Antonio, what's happening?
I like Geno Smith a lot.
Antonio, what's happening? So who you taking, Antonio? You going with Jimmy or Kyler down the stretch?
Jimmy. That's what I'm taking, man. Kyler Murray, man, he's been so overrated, overhyped. Has he even won a playoff game, man?
Wow.
No.
I think he has.
No.
Hey, look, if this was a punt, pass, and kick contest, give me Kyler. A Pro Bowl throwing contest, give me Kyler. Performance on the field, I'm picking Garoppolo. Because that's what it's about. It's about wins. It's not about how far you can throw, how fast you can run. None of that.
Can I ask you a question? What does Jimmy Garoppolo do on the football field better than Kyler Murray?
No, maybe not one thing.
He's a better teammate, I guess, I would say.
There you go. I will give you that.
Leadership.
You're right. I'll give you that.
And that matters. Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, CMC, Juice, they believe in Jimmy. They believe in him. They will run through a wall. Hell, George Kittle has gotten his leg blown off a couple times catching the Jimmy Garoppolo pass.
I don't want to hear about this team running through a wall for him. When the season was on the line last year, they couldn't even get a first down. All right? So, like, the performance has to matter at some point. I know we want to attribute all these teammate attributes. And, my God, everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. You know, like... Nobody likes Russ right now, right? Nobody likes Russ right now, right? I know Russ is not as bad as what he's showcased this year, right? I know he's not as bad, and nobody likes him. Nobody likes Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the all-time greats. Now, I get it. You got to be a good teammate on some level, all right? On some level. We overrate the teammate.
We have to be on the same page. Chemistry matters. Chemistry matters.
For sure.
Jimmy is charismatic.
No one's saying
with that team. They love him in that huddle. He commands that huddle. That matters. Kyler?
Oh, it's the way he says hut.
It does. You heard who said it earlier this season? He has one of the best cadence. Cadence says, who said that? Was it
Kyle
Jake Brindle?
Juszczyk.
Was it Juszczyk?
I know he had referenced
it. Lombardi.
Lombardi.
Nobody's taking Kyler? Come on.
We're talking about cadence. I expect you to have a good cadence if you're a quarterback in the NFL.
He's up there with the Mahomes and the Brady's.
I mean,
I'm telling you, man. DeAndre Hopkins can't wait to lead the Valley. Oh, we got Kyler on the line.
Oh, please.
San Francisco. Kyler. Is this Kyler Murray?
Thank you.
Kyler Murray. Hey, Kyler.
PS5
who
headset
you taking
down.
over yourself? Are you taking you or are you taking Jimmy down the stretch?
Bonte, what's wrong with you, bro?
What
is wrong with you today, bro? Why are you encouraging this, bro? Why do you have the Jimmy sexuals calling in right now talking about cadence, bro? Come on, bro. We're taking Kyler Murray.
This is Tyler. Tyler. This is Tyler. Tyler Miller. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Tyler. Tyler, we know when it comes to the playoffs, number 10 is going to be there for us. He's going to make the clutch throws, the third down throws,
Mark
Tyler.
the tape right now. I don't even know if there is tape. Digitalize this thing with an asterisk because come Tuesday morning.
And put it as a drop, Shafsky.
Thank you.
Bonte, what are you doing, bro? I didn't see Jimmy play Herbert and Mahomes this year, and there's nothing even close to what Jimmy could be like as far as Kyler Murray. Like there's no
Tyler. Those third down conversions, fourth quarter, third down conversions. Hey, Tyler, you got to give him some credit. 7-for-11 on passes at least 10 yards down the field.
Bonte, I'll give him this credit. I was at the Warriors game the other day. I was able to see Jimmy from afar. He looks like a very nice guy. But outside of that, I need you to be a quarterback first, brother. We need to win playoff games, and Kyler Murray would be the one to do it. Oh, you are smoking that mid.
Right. Let me ask you this, Bonte. 80 yards to go, no timeouts, 50 seconds. Who do you want running it?
I see. Kyler has no sense of urgency. You see his team runs a 2-minute drill, the Cardinals? They have no sense of urgency. The guys are lining up late. They're not lining up right.
The Niners took a timeout. The Niners were trying to milk the clock and had to waste a timeout on second down and goal to ice the game away. Then came out of that and full started.
Yama and
But the cadence.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not. You guys could say, I got the losing hand here. Give me Jimmy.
There's not one person has called
Mexico
him.
City and Mexico.
You got one Kyler
call. You better hope that happens.
And I
in
like
Mexico
Jimmy,
City.
but come
Look
on.
at you. The
Come
truth
on,
comes
dog.
out. Hey, Yama and Conker.
No one's
come
taking
on,
him.
Yama. You know damn well you're taking Jimmy over Kyler down the stretch here in 2022.
Nah, Bonte, I'm going with Kyler, man.
Oh man, why Kyler?
Hey, no. We just got to be real because
thank you.
If you ask every GM who you gonna pick, Kyler or,
That's fine.
Garoppolo. Come on, let's be real. They're going to pick, Kyler.
Hey, I hear you. They're going to take him. He's got the talent. He's got the talent, but you can't measure heart. I'm sure everybody's going to take Carson Wentz over Tyler Heineke and go look at those Commanders. They're now 5-5, and they're playing well. And Scary Terry's got them motivated in that locker room.
If I want a 7-minute drive to net me a field goal, Jimmy's my guy. That's from the 707.
That's a good
Thought
one.
to Dick to Arnold from the 925.
Hey, man, y'all laughing now. Wait till Jimmy's in that NFC Championship game. We all going to be pulling out the Jimmy G jerseys. Trust me, James, Tamir, Dave. We'll get to you on the other side.
Jimmy, but come on.
Hey, come on. 888-957-9570. Down the stretch. Who you taking down the stretch? I'd rather have Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. Call me crazy. Call me high. Maybe I am on some drugs. I'm high off life right now. Warriors Sons.